Hi, I'm Dr. Shauna and welcome to FAQ Friday Book Blog Edition. And today we are going to talk about one of my favorite books, and that is The Blue Zones. And you know, I have these core staple books that I keep referring to. And when we look at why do we want to eat healthy, like why bother? And one of the things is to live a long and healthy, happy life. That's my mission. That's what everything I do is all about. And so what this Blue Zones book is, written by Dan Buettner, what he did, and I think it was back, I'm just going to say 2004 or 2008, in that, 2004 I think. This was a while ago that I had read this. And what they did is he partnered with National Geographic, and they looked at areas in the world where people live to 100 years old. So what is the largest concentration of centenarians? And then look at their lifestyle, kind of reverse engineer and find out what is it that these people are doing that has them live these long, healthy, happy lives. And they didn't just last that long. They were thriving. They were fishing for their own food at 90 or 100 years old, and you know, swathing through the long grass at 100, and having a purpose, which is also really important. So there's actually in this book 4 key areas where people live the longest, and these are Okinawa, Japan, which has like the highest concentration of centenarians, Nicoyan Peninsula in Costa Rica, Sardinia, Italy, and in the U.S., Loma Linda, California, in particular because of the Seventh-day Adventists. Now, each of these groups, when we look at them, had some similar things, but then they also had very different things. So they all were had a plant-based diet, so largely vegetarian or wholly vegetarian, but mainly none of them. A lot of them were not absolute vegetarian, but large plant-based diet. That was key. And then they all walked and got outside in nature, and that was key. And you know, since then, my husband and I make sure that we get out and hike up in the mountains here pretty much every day with the dogs, and that is one of those traits. And it was just that daily, constant, moderate activity. These weren't the marathon runners. These were not Olympians. These were not extreme sports. But they just got outside, they walked every day, they did their light stretching, they kept active as part of their lifestyle. Another key thing was social circles and community. So, and that looked different. Some places met for tea, you know, women would meet for tea. In Italy, they had a happy hour and they would meet, or they would eat their meals, but with family and friends and community. And that was really important, that sense of community. And then, as I say, you know, having a reason to get up every morning. And, you know, each one would have differences as well. So in Sardinia, Italy, there was beans. Lots of beans were great, and the polyphenols and the resveratrol in red wine, which of course is one of my favorite superfoods. And but you can contrast that with Loma Linda, California, where they had no alcohol. So there's more than one right answer, I guess, is the key thing. But when you look at these, and it's like, what can we learn from these, and how can we incorporate some of these things into our daily practice? So I absolutely love it, and you know, it's really inspiring to see some of these stories. You know, here it's this Marge Jetton, 100 years old, you know, doing her little weights in her apartment there, and yeah, it's just fantastic. So it's one of those things that there was so much great information that you can glean from it and that you can apply to your own life. So I highly recommend it. He's done some other things. They have a website, some really great stuff. And it, you know, from this book is what I apply a lot into my healthy lifestyle and diet. And a number of you know that I have a meal planning service called the Meal Cure. And it is really a fusion of Mediterranean, DASH diet, sort of that mind diet, which has been shown to be so healthy for preventing Alzheimer's, a 53% decreased risk of preventing Alzheimer's from this mind diet. And so the Mediterranean aspect you'll find is a lot in that Sardinia, Italy. But I also apply some of the other things from the these other areas in it as well. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check out mealcure.com. But I also urge you to check out this book, and it's something that is fascinating. I think you'll find it a fascinating read, and it's always nice. You know, we can't always peer into the future, but if we can make some healthier choices, a lot of us would absolutely be happy to do. And there's simple things that you can absolutely apply to your life, and you really get that these differences, they actually do make a difference, and you are what you eat. So with that, check us out at drshauna.com. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe, and you'll have more of them delivered straight to you, and you'll get updated whenever we launch a new one. And also, you know, feel free to comment, share, and like. We love that. All right, have a fantastic week. Be good for you.